Welcome back. It's a wonderful Wednesday, which means we get a visit with our friend Michael Babcock at TMZ to get the scoop on today's hottest stories. What's up, Babcock?
Hey, Maddie, how are you? Hey, Jeremy.
Hello.
Good morning, guys.
Good.
How's it going?
Good. Babcock, I don't know if you recall, but we talked about making friendship bracelets.
Yeah, I do.
Months ago. Yeah. Well, we attempted to on Monday, and I messed it up by dropping the bracelet. But I did finish it for you, and it might be too small, and it might break. But we did make you a nice little friendship bracelet.
Oh, how do I need to get this?
We'll ship it to you. Can we send it to TMZ and just say attention?
Yeah, just write my name, and I will wear it next week.
Hey, Michael, guess what? I'm also going to send you the clip of us attempting to make it when Maddie drops all the beads on the floor.
I dropped all the beads, and I was so concentrated.
I have to see that.
Yes.
You have to send me that. I need to see that too, yeah.
It's horrible, but let's move on because a lot more crazy things happening over in your neck of the woods.
Yeah. Kim Zolciak and Kroy Biermann are estranged husband, but this is very weird. I mean, May they file, they're getting divorced. They're like in this bitter fight with one another, making allegations. You're the worst spouse, vice versa, and they're just attacking one another. And then all of a sudden, in July, it's pulled. Well, fast forward about a month and a half, and Kroy then filed again, and that's where we are now. But what's interesting is that Kim Zolciak, she was at the airport, it would have been yesterday, and she was wearing her wedding ring. Now, again, Kroy has filed for divorce, and they are, as far as everything that his legal team says, this divorce is not going to be pulled again. They're going forward with it, and they're going to get divorced. But it didn't seem, at least when there was a photographer at the airport, and they talked to Kim, and they said, are you hopeful that you guys can save the relationship? And she said, we'll see. So it seems like she still has hope for the relationship. Doesn't seem like he has much hope. And again, he wants to get divorced. But it's been a very strange divorce to file, to pull it, to file, and it's strange.
Hey, Michael, you know what they say the number one cause of divorce is? Over money.
Money, right. And
it's money.
By all accounts, that's the real, I guess, the genesis of their issues, that they both have accused each other of basically overspending, and they've got these really big bills, outstanding bills that are owed to them, including with possibly with the IRS. So I think money is their main problem, unfortunately.
That seems like a common theme with the housewives, the IRS and the housewives.
Yep.
Like there's always and also her ring, her wedding ring and band is so massive and so sparkly. Why can't she offload that to pay some of the debts?
Right. Well, it's she probably could, but I guess she just doesn't want to.
Yeah.
But I don't know why it's. I think some of these jobs where you might be getting a lot of cash at one time, it's maybe a bit more difficult to say I got to keep a chunk of this aside for the taxes, but who knows? You've obviously got.
And Michael, I've been following Kim since season 1 of Real Housewives of Atlanta, when she had a mystery boyfriend named Big Papa,
and had a different face.
And
I never watched the show, but I do remember that for some reason.
It's hard to forget Big Papa, but she's always had a taste for luxury, and I find it hard for her to ever try to go back or be frugal, if you will.
Well, especially once you've been somewhere, I think it's hard to go back once you've tasted that lifestyle. You've got a credit card company that is after her for something like $150,000, big outstanding bills. So they're going to have to look, divorced or not, those are going to have to be settled somehow. So we'll see what happens down the line for them. But maybe they do get back together. Crazier things have happened.
True. When you're that quote unquote rich, does anxiety not affect you? Like if I had 150,000 looming over my head and just keep pushing it aside, does that right?
Crushing. Like you can't breathe with that kind of debt on you. But I
the only thing I hope really, because I watched her spin-off show Don't Be Tardy. What I feel worse for is the kids. Because they have so many, he adopted her 2 older girls, but they have so many kids together that they've had. I just feel bad for the kids. And if they can't
I remember they came in here one time. It was a while ago, but they seem like nice enough people. But so look, whatever they want, hopefully it works out.
Okay, on the flip side, can I say this really fast though? Because of their relationship, Kroy Biermann severed ties with his family. Like he doesn't speak to his family anymore because of Kim. So the only good thing that I could hope could come to it, his parents were down home, normal country folk, just nice people.
Right.
And because of
Right.
Kim, they don't even talk or haven't in a long time.
Wow,
I'm
that's-
hoping
that's
they
sad.
can reconnect.
Probably.
Right. Yeah. That's the silver lining here, I guess.
I'm hoping.
Hopefully
Sorry.
that happens.
Yeah.
Wow.
Go ahead.
You know, you've got a bone to pick with somebody.
Well, I love TMZ. I've been watching, every day I have it on, and there's certain stories that just really grab me. Because here's the thing, Michael, if I was going to spend upwards of, like $1,000 to see Adele at the Coliseum, I want to enjoy the show. This little guy, this little Gen Z, me, all about me guy, was filming himself reacting to Adele and screaming and making a scene. And for the viewers, do you want to just recap kind of what happened? Because I'm over this guy.
So Saturday, Vegas, Adele has her residency at Caesars, and she was performing, and there was a guy, he's a younger guy, who was singing, dancing, was moving around. He had a selfie stick that he was actually using to film himself, and people were complaining behind him because they couldn't see because of his antics, sort of. So security keeps coming over to the guy. They go over to him so many times that Adele on stage actually realizes that something is going on. She stops the show and says, "Hey, what are you doing to this kid?" And she basically admonishes the security and tells them to sit down and stay away from him and let this kid enjoy himself. So then he was allowed to do whatever he wanted to do. We then talked to him yesterday, Jeremy, or the day before, and he says first, "Hey, I'm sorry if sort of affected anybody's experience," and then we say, "Are you really sorry?" And he goes, "No, I'm not sorry at all." So he's not sorry. He says it was the best night of his life too. So that's his stance.
First of all, it's the best night of his life because he could then post it on his social.
I'm a lady
and it's all about him. And he's like, look at me, look at me,
clout,
look at me. And if I was the people sitting behind him, first thing I would have done was gone and demanded my money back. Because I'm sorry, I'm there to see Adele. If that would have happened to me at a Celine concert, I would have been, I want my money back.
But here's the thing, the Coliseum could say, hey, we sent security over XYZ times. It was Adele that said, stop messing with him.
But
So
still, if I'm spending that money, I want my money back. I'd rather go on a different night where that little kid's not going to be there.
Well, true.
I'm just saying, I would ask. They may not grant it, but I would ask.
Right.
I like the take because I think more. I've heard more people say that, it's a concert. You should be able to get up and dance and have fun. The selfie stick. That's
what does it right there.
The annoying part, but.
The selfie stick, and he kept looking at himself on camera. When he was screaming and going, oh my God, Adele, he was looking at himself. You're supposed to be looking at Adele. He was just kind of focused on his reactions. I'm sorry, it got me riled up. Because you're right, if it was the type of concert where everybody was standing up kind of dancing, those are different. This is Adele, everybody's sitting down, listening to her sing.
Wallowing.
Right, I guess if it's a Taylor Swift concert, it's probably like a little bit of
That's
probably a different
totally
audience
different.
too.
Yeah.
Right. And the audience, maybe the demographics looked a little different. Maybe it looked like they were a little bit older than this guy who was very young, is like something like 18 years old. So
it was very distracting, in my opinion. But again, I'm getting old and crotchety, which we've talked about. So, Michael, we love you.
Thank you. Good to see you.
Guys, I'll see you next week.
All right. Be expecting that friendship bracelet.
Yes.
You can catch TMZ weekdays at 5 p.m. and TMZ Live weekdays at 2 p.m. Coming up, we're headed to Buffalo Run Casino and Resort. Don't go anywhere. Lots more fun. Do I sound like an old man?
And that's my opinion.